Hello, everybody. Slightly Slanted Sleuth, Steve, with or without the hat. What do you guys think? Oh, hang on. But you guys tell me, what do you think? Should I leave the hat on? Should I take the hat off? I kind of like it. But Crocky, did you see the size of the crocodile? Yeah, boy. Behold. But hey, what's up, guys? Girls, I'm in my garage. Right above me is a depiction of the light. Right next to that is a painting. I don't know if you can make it out, but I'll show you guys later of something that I just doodled up, and it turns out to be a skull with a head wrap on it, and it looks kind of like a monkey, but it's I don't know, neither here nor there. But hey, Mr. Menza, I'm looking down because I'm looking at my phone, but I feel like Indiana Jones in this hat. Pretty nice. I got it from the Mitchell Corn Palace in Mitchell, South Dakota. Hey, what's up, Aaron? How you doing, brother? Crystal MacArthur. Hello, sweetheart. Mr. Runky Monkey. How you doing, buddy? The Runkster himself. But yeah, I'm glad. Hey, what's up, Rainbow? How are you, Paula? Cool art. What do you mean, Gerald Yates? What's up? But hey, thank you guys. Really, thank you. You know, I finally got to get a bigger audience yesterday, and I was stumbling all over myself because I was a little nervous. But I appreciate every one of you guys for experiencing that with me. And those of you that know me, know I'm just retarded anyway, so don't matter. But and I mean that in a good way. But yeah, you guys have all been a big part of my reality lately, and I appreciate you because with discussion comes realization. With realization, real eyes Asian, with realization comes knowing, right? And wisdom is everything. Knowledge is key. So I appreciate every one of you guys. Thank you. Thank you, Gaza Kev. Yeah, I feel it. We are family. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, you kind of feel that. You get that sense of unity, and in today's world, it's lacking very much so. And, I'm at the risk of sounding a little cliche-ish or a little, I don't know, rainbows and unicorns. I care. I really do. And that's what it's all about for me. Is finding the truth and the reasons why we're here. Now, I do enjoy myself. You know, Today I was off work. I went bowling with the kids. I had fun. And to see my kid, hey, what's up, Rebecca? How are you, sweetheart? I've seen uh, I've seen some crazy stuff in our recent past in the skies that I never paid attention to before. And I'm not going to say that it never existed before I looked, but I never seen things like are going on in the sky right now. The here and now tells me to live in the here and now. I'll post a link here in a minute to get on this live stream so we can discuss, so I can get some interaction, so I'm not stumbling on myself. But yeah, I want to tell you guys a story. Well, first and foremost, I want to do this. This is my little spiel, I guess. May the spirit of light that shines through the cosmos draw my flame closer in harmony to thee. Lift up my fire from out of the darkness, magnet of fire that is one with thee all. Lift up my soul, thou mighty and potent. Child of the light, turn not away. Draw me empowered to melt in thy furnace. One with all things and all things in one. Fire of the life strain, and one with the brain. Now, in that uh, prayer or saying or paragraph, whatever you want to consider it to be, is the answer for me anyway. It tells me that there is more, a hell of a lot more than what we in this meat suit perceive it to be, you know. And when I say them words that I just said to you guys, the mighty spirit of light that shines through the cosmos, draw my flame closer in harmony to thee, just in that phrase right there says to me that, you know, we need to realize we are all one. And at the end, where it says one with all things and all things in one, we are all one of one source, one energy. Whatever you want to take from that, call it what you want. I mean, that's where we fall short, is labeling things. But anyway, you know, I'm not here to preach to anybody. I'm just here to share my journey. And I appreciate you guys. What'd you find, Crystal? Yes, it is almost time for that, Aaron. But yeah, that Sirius and Pluto thing is just crazy. Get this, Pluto, well, Sirius, Demeter, is actually a daughter of Persephone, right? Am I right there, Aaron? And Persephone was kidnapped by Pluto and drugged to Hades, or, you know, by Hades and brought to Hades under capture, right? Yes, and maybe that's why my thoughts are so scattered. Then maybe that's why my communication is so scattered. Maybe I'm, you know, a little more in touch with the cosmic brain. I don't know. I have no clue. I have no clue. I'm not saying I'm more in touch with anything than anybody else, but I may be more in touch with the mental institution than most. But but you guys, you know, it's nice to have people in the same mindset, and we must realize not to, you know, we are all going to see things from different angles, and but we have to still be candid. You know, any debate is a good debate as long as you're respectful, and a place to say anything may be a place that I don't agree with, but at least I'll be heard. I think that's pertinent, and we need to spread more of that. But yeah, Jim, Pluto is Hades. Yes, it is. Some even say that Pluto, Hades are the material, ethereal counterparts of each other. Yes, I think they're. Oh, and then Paula shared, what you are seeing is hard to put into words, Steve. You do well. Keep up the good work. Thank you. But yeah, the whole thing is that it's weird how that came to me. I mean, the few of you in here were part of that moment with me, you know, and that moment is pretty profound. If you guys have, if anybody has ever had a synchronicity in your life that spoke to you through the environment of any kind, you know what I'm talking about. You know, the Holy Grail is the light, is the divine union. You know, I believe the Holy Grail, the Ark of the Covenant, the Exodus from Egypt, Noah's Ark, uh, Goldilocks and the Three Bears, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, all of these, The Wizard of Oz, several other movies recently, A Star is Born, all of these creations, all created in the Matrix, in the creation itself, by creation, I don't know how to put it in words. I can't articulate it. You know, I can't articulate it, you know, in a cognitive or a logical framework that everybody can understand, I suppose, because you have to have the ears to understand or the ears to hear it. Oh, and what I meant to say on Rex's show yesterday was the lips of wisdom are closed unless to the ears of understanding. You know, that's the maxim from the Kabbalah. That's one of the most important ones to me. And another one is, you know, keep ever your eyes or keep your mind on your eyes on the cosmos, but keep your mind ever on your feet, for you might fall or you might be led astray due to your upward gaze, meaning that pay attention to the relative because the absolute is there, it exists, but you have to be in the relative, the finite, the transient state for the infinite to exist, and vice versa. It's the whole tree seed tree thing, you know, the self-replicating dynamo that is us. That's what we are. From the one came the two, then the three. Without the three, there'd be no you, there'd be no me. You know, the tree of life, the tree of good and evil. Oh, and Orcus. Orcus is the opposite within our extreme opposite, you know, the underworld, within the underworld of, you know, the one that punishes or reprimands the reprobates, you know, the one that makes what's right. You know, I think that I got that right? Help me out here. What's up, Spartan? Who else is here? Oh, Danny D. What's up, sweetheart? Thank you, Paula. But yeah, yes, you guys have all been a big part of my journey, you know, and some synchronicity is just our biofeedback loop with the plane of manifestation. You know what? That's exactly I couldn't have stated it even simpler than that, because that's exactly what it is. That's the creation of atom painting that's in the Sistine Chapel ceiling. This was an era, this was circa 1532, I believe, 80 years or 100 years before the first telescope. Now, that creation of atom painting, where God is, the backdrop of that is an overlay of Orion's Nebula. Also, it's an overlay of our brains, with a couple of with the ventricles of our heart coming off the other side. Now, you may think that's crazy or convoluted or, you know, nuts for saying that. But it also, you take that very same image and you overlay it over the Great Pyramid, and right where the trapezium open star cluster is in Orion, it overlays with the King's Chamber. So that's representation of how our reality is layered. You know, like I showed you guys, everybody has watched their own recording, you know, watched your own live stream and seen the fractal and the fractal and the fractal, you know, just infinite in. You know, and that's part of creating within the creation. If you follow me on that. You know, that's how the fractalization of the Fibonacci sequence keeps repeating, the repeating pattern, the Russian doll, the holographic image. You know, the holographic principle is, you know, like I said, you take a holographic positive, which the light shines through the positive and creates the image. Now you take that positive and you slice it up into a million pieces, and one piece shows an image maybe degraded, but it shows the whole image. Just that little corner will show the whole image through that little corner, you know, all the pieces, but it's a little degraded, a little less in magnitude. And that's what everything in our reality, I think, is. And it's on all levels, from information to physicality to like Egypt is the geocenter of the earth, right? Well, you look at Egypt on Google Earth and you see that the Nile Delta looks like the pharaoh's headdress, and then you see the outline of the face, and then you see the spine. And what are those? What is that one called? The Temple of Man. Where's it at? It's on the Nile somewhere there. But yeah, what are you guys doing? What's up, Nate? What's crazy and convoluted? Me, I'm crazy and convoluted. Creation of atom, yeah, creation of atom. And Australia's Aaron's what I just read there, he says creation of atom as an ATOM, and that that's crazy. You know, I wanted to tell you my sky went 5D too. The spring chemtrail started, and you asked it to leave, and the sky went clear. I thought I was CNC, right? But yeah, so you guys, you know, where was I? I don't know what I was talking about. So, what do you guys think of my crazy take on everything? Do you think I'm close? Do you think we're close here? I mean, do you think? And I don't want group think mentality here at all. You know what I mean? Be candid. Say what you got to say. You know, just don't belittle anybody, including me. No, we will very soon, Rainbow Phoenix. To rise like the Phoenix as one is our main mission. Yes. Yes. I think that each, you know, Milky Way kind of touched on this the other day, Brian. He said, you know, we each have our own little reality. Hey, what's up, man? What's up, Michelle? No, I don't have anybody here right now. There you go. I welcome a few people in. You know, we won't go on for more than an hour and a half because when you have a video on there longer than that, people don't want to watch it. And who wants to? I don't want to inundate people with a bunch of nonsense. I really want to get through the gist of our reality, guys. That's what I'm after, because I believe that understanding what it's about and how it's uh, manipulated and perpetrated, we can. I want to tell you guys a story. The people that haven't heard this, thank you, Crystal. I appreciate that, and yours as well, because you know. But I'll come in if you. Yeah, you can come in, but I don't want like 5 or 6 people in here. I can't allow it because we don't get nothing through. You know what I mean? Only a couple people. You know, 3 or 4, or 2 or 3. I mean, 4 or 5 is a little much, but you know, I'm putting the link out there, so you know that's on me. You know, but think about it, guys. As I look at my screen, I see this light above me. Now, in every scripture, in every biblical pathway to the ineffable or God, it speaks of the light, does it not? You know, light is only perceived by our what? Our eyes. And why is the eye that's most important in us that's called the third eye? You know, maybe we should ask the band Third Eye Blind. Huh? Hans Wilhelm's thoughts. Have we fallen, and the goal is to find our way back and working through karma? Yes, that's. I believe that, or I think that. I know most of that is true. I don't see eye to eye on a lot of, not everything he says, but a lot of things he says. So it resonates with me, and resonating is the main truth meter for me lately. Goosebumps usually. When I feel goosebumps, that energy first and foremost tells me I'm on the right path. And you know, people and you know, the all-seeing eye, people misconstrue. See, that's the problem. We scare ourselves with our own boogeyman. Like the government created the Islamic boogeyman, right? Did they not? With you know what? I'm not going to go into that because you know I got one community guideline strike for sharing Christ Church information. you know, about the car, and they deleted the video right out of my channel, you know. And then I get emails later from some entity saying they're YouTube and they need my password and everything, when just right before that, you know, they came in and erased they just took over my account and erased every video they wanted erased, which was only one. But, you know, I've had a guideline strike since, you know. But yeah, truth, positive vibes. Yes. I think goosebumps are the cellular memory spark. Yes, I think you're right. I really do. Glue that holds it all together is the resonation, right? Resin. And I think bliss only comes, the bushwackos in great state of Texas created the ISIS boogeyman. Yes, yes. The Islamic boogeyman, you guys have to remember that. The deception. Yeah, I don't want to go biblical on anybody. And I don't want everybody to think that I'm just some religious nut job, because I'm not. I do believe in a higher source, but I do not worship. I do not, you know, I don't worship anybody or anything. So, you know, I don't want you guys to think when I talk like this that that's what I do, but that's on you. You can think what you want. I'm just going to say what I got to say, right? So what was I going to say? The fact of the matter is that we as what was I going to talk about? Come on, somebody refresh my memory. Or not a nut job, sanest guy on YouTube. I wish. Goosebumps are the shareable wave. My long lost brother. Thank you, brother. You are my brother. Yes, I'm in the garage. P Turtles here. I like Totos. Have fun, Crystal. Don't do anything we wouldn't do. I like Totos. I love that. Yeah, don't do anything I wouldn't do, or yeah, whatever. The Bible is the Lucifer to the Emmanuel. Nice. Okay, yeah, that's what I was going to talk about. Thank you. We as the first and the last, the Alpha and the Omega, we will be the beginning and the end. Our existence is for that upwelling of goodness that you feel when you do something good for somebody, and you feel it in your heart, in your soul, in the middle of who you are. When you feel that feeling, that is what life's about. That is what we need to do on a daily basis. If there's any sort of worship, that's what worship for me is worshiping our humanity. The Islamics, the Mexicans, the Serbians, the Africans, the Hmongs, the Asians, the Japanese, whoever they may be, are all the same. We all want the same thing, and that is to survive. And for that to happen, there has to be friction. Therein lies the conundrum we face. For without friction, there'd be no heat. Without the heat, there would be no life, right? So where do we begin to heal the wounds of our past? Where? Right here, right? Learning to control this, right? Love your enemy as yourself. You know, the black hole of the pupil absorbs the light. There you go. I've seen blue light, purple light, red light. Don't have a clue what it means. Yep, the color doesn't matter, red, white, blue, or black. Right. Hi, Padma. I'm glad you're here. But yeah, the internal flame of life is the ultimate. Okay, now here I'm gonna quote a quote from Thoth. Oh, and Thoth to me is, think about it. Thoth, Okay, it said that Thoth's father, was the keeper of Unal, the one that guarded the gateway to the temple in which the dweller dwelt. The Iguante, or no, the halls of Amenti. The Iguante is a state of detachment. But here, and it always speaks of cycles, guys. Far into space, my soul traveled freely into infinity's circle of light. Strange beyond knowledge were some of the planets, great and gigantic beyond dreams of men. Yet found I law in all its beauty, working through and among them, as here among men. Flash forth my soul through infinity's beauty, far through space I flew with my thoughts. That right there, and then it talks about ordered equilibrium, symbols of the cosmic, like unto law. And then it talks about the ether. And even in this book, the ether is spelled A-R-E-T-H-E-R, not A-E. But my point with stating, what I just stated about how we are, the deception is the skin color. The deception is the divide. What if divide and division and divine are all one word? What if the divine is the divide? You ever thought of that? What if that line in the sand is divinely perpetrated for our own existence? What if? Pose the questions. Tesla said that you'd pose the questions to yourself, to your psyche, within that night. You go to bed. Before you go to bed, you wake up with the answers. I don't know if he had a special way of praying, but it's a test of tests, as meant to be hard. It's the refined fire, peeps, no joke. Divine line really flows. Demigod, deities, halo. The host of divided cannot stand. Right. I mean, the fact of the matter is each one of our journeys is going to be personal. There's going to be signposts on each individual journey that is not going to stand out to the next. Like mine, I could tell you right off the top of my head the points in which I had the epiphany upon epiphany upon epiphany that led me to this moment here now with you. Now, this moment here now with you is one time, all one time existent. You know what I mean? Hark ye, O man, and know of thy bondage. Know how to free thyself from the toils. Out of the darkness shall ye rise upward, one with the light and one with the stars. Follow ye ever the path of wisdom. Only by this can ye rise from below. Ever man's destiny leads him onward into the curves of infinity's all. Now, what does that tell you? I'm not saying this is the end all book of everything, but I mean, it speaks of everything that the Bible does and more. It tells you that, our destiny is the stars. We are in this realm, this place, to overcome the great deception, to transmute that in which we perceive to be intangible, unseeable, indescribable, into things that are real. I mean, we don't have to transmute anything in that aspect. We are transmuted or changed to gold when we make union with God. Call it the all, call God whatever. And there's a mechanism between, we're middleman between God, and that middleman is actually our creator, which we contribute to creating with union with God. The way I understand it is we, by understanding and living through our heart, become one with God, because God finds us, our higher self. If anybody's ever heard the voice in their head, You know, I wish I am trying my hardest to make this union myself, and maybe I shouldn't talk about it, but I believe the time is nigh. You know, I mean, we need we need to realize that you know the way things are going in our world. I think this harvest is precisely that. You know, I don't know what the etymology of the word harvest is. Maybe we should look into that. But yeah, I put that. Yeah, the doggy loan shark. Source is not the middleman. I'm not saying source is the middleman. I'm saying we're being middleman by the light. The light is the son of man, the son of God. We don't, okay, we are, everything matter or physical is female. God is male. Our higher self is male, right? The light, and then the light is a product of our union with that. We provide the space in which the cosmos exists. That's the way I see it. We create the abyss for the cosmos to exist in via our consciousness. That's why we're so important. Self-aware beings, cognitive of their own cognition, the self-replicating seed, you know, the mustard seed. We are the seed. We are created in his likeness, in their likeness. And there is because we can all become angels of light. Right. We're creators of the light, which creates us. But I mean, uh, God in union with God is how that light exists, right? Without our complex system of three eyes, light would not exist. Exactly. There you go. That's a better way of putting it. Is because without, okay, it goes to the whole, if the tree falls in the woods and nobody's there to hear it, would it make a noise? Right? It's like, do you have to have a set of eyes for the light to exist? Yeah, somebody has to see it, right? Otherwise, it don't exist. But I think it's deeper than that. Yes, we all are destined to become stars, I believe. I believe we are all destined to become stars. You know what I mean? We are all going to be stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, you know? Stars, you know, that's why we call them stars, because they shine. Do trees have eyes? They don't need eyes. Trees feel. Nothing makes a sound unless ears hear it. There you go. Yeah, I think we are stars, definitely. Yes. It would still create frequency. That's why source doesn't create the light. We do. Source creates frequency. Or source creates the scalar potential for the tensor, which I believe that's what we are, is the tensor in the scalar field. You know, the push-pull or the pressure mediation. We are the thing that divides the night and the day, right? I think that's, what do you think to that, Aaron? See, you should have just came on here. Here, I'm going to post this link again. If anybody wants to come on, you know, we'll talk. We've been on for 40 minutes or so, and I've babbled on for not likely what? We are the teeter-totter, wink. I think we are where the environment have. Our consciousness is the part of the mainframe, the big cosmic brain. At the end of that phrase that I always say, one with all things and all things in one, fire of the life strain, and one with the brain. Fire of the life strain is what? What is fire of the life strain? Aaron. Oh, no, Aaron, he's at work. Yes, this matrix would not exist without consciousness. Right. No, I'm not just, yeah, the refiner's fire. Yeah, I mean, what if we were not? Would the spirit have a place to exist in? Now that's what it that's yeah, is that word. We create what we see. God is light. We do not create light or anything. We can transmute, not create. I don't know about create or whatever. I just know that we contribute to the existence of the light for by definition that it does not exist without us seeing it. That's what consciousness is, and that the consciousness is a realm or a energy field or a scalar field for which the tensors or the pressure or the perturbation therein causes existence in itself. I think. I don't know. God is light. I don't know about that. Riding the gimel, the camel going over the humps, bringing balance to dual forces. Yes. Yes, I agree with Aaron that transmutation is creation because I think that's a farce, Drew. I believe that's a farce. No, but I mean, that's not my point, Max. There's me, you, but we are all one. Without you, who would I be? One for one, one for one. All for one for all. The oldest mantra known to man. You know what I mean? The diamond, the fire in the middle. Yeah, the diamond. Thank you. And that's what pyramids are, you know. We take bricks, or we take clay to make bricks. We take bricks to make pyramids, to be capped, to become diamonds. And you just equate that to info, to give comparison, to to make comparisons, to give proportion, to give measure, to understand, to become diamonds. You know, you think of it as those five things, and that's where the five fits in so beautifully into the pyramid. You know, and if you look at it, you see that there's 5 points if you look at it from the top down, and you know you understand that you know that's why the capstone is missing because they're symbolically telling you that until you are capped from above, you will not be a shining star. You know, you will not have everlasting life. You know, John 3:16, for he who believeth in me shall not perish, but have everlasting life. For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son. And his only begotten son is produced in the uh, abyss of our consciousness with God. That's, you know, and that's, I don't know how it sounds simple, but the mechanisms in which are, I'm sure, very, very crazy. The pyramid is like the cauldron, the pressure cooker, turning coal to diamond. Yeah, yes. Well, that's what carbon transformed in. Yeah, pressure, carbon under pressure becomes diamond. That's kind of another weird allegory of our reality, right? You know, the allegory. It's okay, MCF. It's all right, Michelle, Shelly. The hat of Osiris. Yeah, right. The hat of Osiris. Ain't that right? Yeah, and that's no coincidence that, you know, he was chopped up into 72 pieces, the 72 names of God. And then the one was left out, his phallus, you know. Why? Why is the phallus and the chalice representation on top of the heads of those deities on that Godhead pictograph that I showed you guys? Because it signifies, you know, the equilibrium achieved when you marry the two. and become one on every level. It's not just this level or that level, it's every level. But yeah, I just wanted to come on and offer up if anybody wanted to come on and talk and to clear up a couple things that I thought I left hanging because I was blah 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 babbling on Rex's show, and that was because I was nervous and a little excited because I finally got on Rex's show and I could you know throw out just, and that's what you tend to do when you don't have much of a an outlet like me, at home. I'm not saying I don't have an outlet because that's, to be honest with you, that's why I selfishly started this YouTube channel, is because I had no outlet for what I was learning. And all of this started with the word Nibiru, the marriage supper of Lamb. P. Say, Michelle, duality, darkness, and light are in man, not God, in the sense of L, the power of all existence. I don't know what's in God. All I know is what's in me. I am just throwing my opinion. I'm not saying I know anything as far as God is concerned. I do know that there is a God. I do know that there is a higher power. I do know that there is an all. All is in us all, but not one of us can say we are the all. So I can't describe what the all is, does, or knows. So all I'm doing is speculating as far as all of this shit, I guess, because, I'm just sharing with you what I think or understand things to be or know things to be in my eyes. Because, like I said, each one of our journeys is going to be different. The path to God is personal, and it always will be, and it has to be, because it is our higher self, ours, but one. And that's why, yes, that's why it's a good place outlet for all of us, Steve. Thanks, dude. Thank you. It was not selfish. It brought us together, right? We love your excitement babbling. Made good sense. Thank you. Right. An early Celtic myth, the mother goddess called Anu. I used to have, that was my avatar on YouTube forever. Threw apple seeds into a cosmic cauldron and stirred the pot while they sprouted. Nice. Very nice. I love that, Daniel. Keep forgetting you're Danielle. But yeah, I'm not afraid to fly. I want to. That's why I question whether there is an ineffable truth, as even if two people were presented the same truth, they would perceive it differently. That's Jerry says, either way, right. I want to fly like an eagle. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Locutus. I am the all. Yahweh Noah. Oh, yeah. I'm going to tell you a story. Anybody who hasn't heard this story from me. Now, this was right around New Year's, and several people in chat right here will remember what I'm talking about here. Now, I was doing a live stream. We were talking about something, and what I think I was on talking about the micro background or something about Yaldabaoth. And then all of a sudden, this guy named Architect comes on my live stream and he starts spouting off crazy shit, saying, this and that and this and that. And then he typed out this word, and it was Rakatamata. And long story short, we got around to running that word through gematria, and then all of a sudden it came up 333, and I was like, no way, and then all of a sudden I ran my name through gematria, my full name, and the key to Shambhala pops up. And the Emerald Tablets is pretty much the only book I've ever read in my life, and I'm not kidding there. I've read a few now, but I mean, this is where I've put my eyes more on letters or reading than any other place, is this book. And the key to Shambhala is the last statement in the Emerald Tablets, the key to Shambhala, how to get there. And it's pretty much in our minds, the key to Shambhala. You know, we we in our convoluted, nonsensical ways want to overcomplicate everything. But what if everything is just so damn simple, yet so divine that it just so profound in its existence that, I mean, it's just crazy. But that Rakatamata came to me in a dream. I dreamt about that word. And then I go nuts and I say, and I start freaking out. And people are like, you're being mind controlled and this and that, because I was dead serious. I was drunk on New Year's Eve and I started getting mad at Architect, which is Yahweh Noah, and he, I was like, I don't know what, and I just flipped out, and then I was all scared. I was talking to Aaron, he was there for me, answering my questions. And, I was worried about magic. And you guys got to understand that magic to a layman is fantastical. Or wait, hang on. I'm gonna read you the exact quote out of here. Here we go. I just seen this and I got to read this. Okay. Illumination, the ultimate goal of all phases of the Brotherhood of the White Temple's teachings, is illumination. Illumination does not mean that some new organ or object has been acquired or attached to the physical body. Illumination means means that the faculties and potentialities of your body and mind and soul unit have been so developed and strengthened by a strenuous course of training that the powers which are innately inherent within you are functioning in a much greater harmony than ever before. That your harmony is sufficient to enable you to be in complete attunement with the cosmic consciousness and become one with it. Illumination is that state in which man is consciously aware of his soul, wherein he becomes one with the light and wisdom of his soul. And because of the oneness of all souls, he in time becomes conscious of the whole. And that is it, guys. Because we, by our very existence, are one from one and will always be. So yeah. What are you guys talking about? Oh, magic, yeah. Oh, I was gonna get to that magic, but I had to read that because I just passed that. And right here, man is a star bound to a body until in the end he is freed through his strife. Only by struggle and toiling the utmost shall the star within thee bloom out in new life. He who knows the commencement of all things, free is his star from the realms of the night. What does that tell you? You have to die before you die, so when you die, you don't die. And in the farther down the page, it says, wisdom cometh to all her children, even as they cometh unto wisdom. Consider the law, for all is law. Seek not that which is not of the law, for such exists only in the illusions of the senses. The illusions of the senses are the physical. This is the illusion. This is the great deception, the touch, the feel, the taste of our lives. That's what the whole refraining from eating, that whole thing. Control over your will is more important than how much money you have. That in essence is the true card that you could always play and win with, is your free will is an attuned will to the betterment of yourself and humanity. Because if you're fixing yourself, you're fixing your neighbor, because there's no other choice, because we are all one. You have to realize that the oneness is actually the pleroma of heaven. And within that word pleroma is a dichotomy that is, but it's heaven. It's the singularity, the monad, where we go, the effulgence, you know? Adelaide, Gaza. Oh, you guys are talking about where you're at. Hear no evil, see no evil, and speak no evil. That is how we come together as one. Yes, but I mean, if you can't ignore, because right here it says, not to ignore it either. Into men's hearts I looked by my wisdom, found them not free from the bondage of strife, free from the toils thy fire, O my brother, lest it be buried in the shadow of night. Hark ye, O man, and list to this wisdom. Where do name and form cease? Only in consciousness, invisible, and infinite force of radiance bright. The forms that ye create by brightening thy vision are truly effects that follow the cause. Boom, shakalaka laka, boom, right there tells you that, we create. The fire, the inner fire, is the most potent of all force, for it overcometh all things and penetrates all things of the earth. Man supports himself only on that which resists. So earth must resist man, else he existeth not. All eyes do not see with the same vision, for to one an object appears of one form and color, and to a different eye of another. So also the infinite fire changing from color to color is never the same from day to day. That's not saying that the truth changes. That's saying that the sight of it changes. The way to look at it changes. The allegory of our existence, in essence, is a precursor to 23:4. What if you love to hate? There you go. Love to hate. Will it? A tuned will. Yes, we are all connected. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And we are all destined to become stars, and that's where we think always that there's some nefarious force at our doorstep or knocking on our door. We always assume that there's a negative because we just know in our heart of hearts there is, but I think it's part of the illusion, guys, the delusion, the deception, the great deception that is spoken of in prophecies and all religions and all myths and all, texts that we read. There's going to be a great deception. That great deception is this life, guys. The want to eat, the gluttony of humanity, you know what I mean? In Lakesh, right? I love in Lakesh. That's peace on earth, goodwill. People are sharing this. Sweet, I appreciate that. But yeah, guys, peace on earth, goodwill toward men. Yes. Yes, into men's hearts I looked, I read that already. Okay, now here, I wanted to read one more little excerpt of this for you guys that means a lot to me. It's the dark. Okay, I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there because right here. Then did I pass round the circle of 8, saw all the souls who had conquered the darkness, saw the splendor of light there where they dwelled. Longed I to take my place in their circle, but longed I also for the way that I had chosen. When I stood in the halls of Amenti and made my choice of the work I would do. Now, in this book, it states that Thoth, when he was looked upon and shown the wisdom from which the fountain of wisdom he drank, he was shown the wisdom and asked what he would like to do to be free from the halls of Amenti. What task would he want? And he said he wanted to be the teacher of men, the consciousness. So he is not really a he. It's an archetype, or it's a thought form, a concept, our consciousness. Thoth is the only begotten, I believe, or maybe the the essence in which the only begotten exists in. I don't know exactly on that, but it's our consciousness. Uncle Kenny Burning. What's Uncle? Never mind, it's just me. What's up, Thoth? Hey, buddy. What's up, tall, dark, and handsome? Uncle Kenny burning it up, yo. What's Uncle Kenny? Oh, you're talking about Ken Wheeler? Right. Thoth was reported to write 10,000 books. He was the thought of men. Yes, because nobody could write 10,000 books in their lifetime, right? Halls of Amenti are, I think, yes, the multidimensional matrix of our Akashic storehouse. Yes, 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 yes. I believe that. Totally, totally believe that. And yeah, thought of men. Yes, because Thoth, Thoth, is you and God short of thought. You know, the U and the G short of thought, because G always stands for God or Gnosis. And in my opinion, Gnosis is God. And there's no coincidence that Google chose their first letter, their, you know, entity. I call Google an entity because they are, you know, and when they bought up the analog airspace from the government, you know, and the government's got the G as their first letter. There's no coincidence in these things, folks. None, none. I mean, I was watching this show, and it just shows that all of these capitals of these countries around the world, they're all District of Columbia type places. They're all independent of the country they're in. Why is that? Why is that? You know what I mean? Seven Bomar may have read over 10,000 books. He may have. And, you know, I think there, in a way, I have a lot of information in me, but it's not from reading books, and I don't know where I get most of it, but it doesn't sound as well put together to people because I'm not an orator, or I'm very loquacious, but I don't know how to order my articulation, and I can't stay on one thought until that thought's finished. I jump around, jump, jump, jump. You know what I mean? It's your clear cognizance, Steve-O. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, but he probably had spell check. Right. Yes, and you know, 10,000 books. I don't, to be honest with you, I couldn't sit down and read 2 books because I don't have the patience, you know, because I can't sit still that long. But right here, I wanted to, again came the voice. There is one, even the first, who hath no beginning, who hath no end, who hath made all things, who governs all, who is good, who is just, who illumines, who sustains. Then from the throne there poured a great radiance, surrounding and lifting my soul by its power. Swiftly I moved through the spaces of heaven. Shown was I, the mystery of mysteries, shown the secret heart of the cosmos. Carried was I to the land of Arulu, stood before the lords in their houses. Opened they the doorway, so I might glimpse the primeval chaos. Shuddered my soul to the vision of horror. Shrank back my soul from the ocean of darkness. Then saw I the need for the barriers, saw the need for the lords of Arulu. Only they, with their infinite balance, could stand in the way of the impouring chaos. Only they could guard God's creation. What is that? What is that, you guys? You know? We understand you. I'm not a good speaker. I don't like talking at all. Yes. Yeah, I haven't read much of anything. Really, I haven't. Oh, so I'm amused. Nice. I love that. God's creation, the earth and man. Yes. So we are the Lords of Arulu, is what you're saying? Thoth? That's what you're saying, that we are the Lords of Arulu? Because I believe that he's shown the mystery of mysteries. The mystery of mysteries is the light that you are presented. This very same, you know, you see this light right here. You see this light. This light right here, you know, the lights that the pictures that Phil has showed us, it has them exact beams. See, look at it. You see the beams? And he says those beams, when he upon close inspections, he sees they're in groups of 3. That's the Templar cross right there, guys. You know, people death free of thought. No idea. I only know bird-headed freaks fighting AI brainwashing nonsense. Tuning in like a pro basketball player is what needs to happen. Yes. Joanne, what's up, Joanne? But yeah, so, and then right after that verse is, so after he sees the need for the barriers, saw what are the barriers? The barriers must be what are the barriers, guys? The energies, the cosmic rays. Is that the impouring chaos that they're speaking of? Is that what's going on right now? You know, is that what it is? You know, and I have another thing about neutrinos. Neutrinos are said not to affect matter, but you know, if you want to believe in particle science at all, anything that starts with neutral, and we're talking of positive and negative forces, wouldn't neutral affect it? So neutrino, you know what I mean? Max, Max says there is no chaos. I disagree, because the chaos is the primeval or primordial waters of the noon, of, you know, the microwave background, the unmanifest energy or undefined energy. You know what I mean? I just dreamed of pillars holding up dimensions. Nice. Is the place of plane of manifestation. Yes, but chaos. Yes, it's all right. Don't jump on. Don't adaptogen. What's that? That's a nice word. Yeah, oh yeah, but yeah, Max, you're not getting, you're not following us when we're talking about the chaos. The chaos is the substrate in which hasn't been defined yet. You know, the chaos is the scalar potential, the potentiality of the scalar field is what chaos is, right? That am I saying that right? Max needs to take care of my mom for a month. Yes, true, Max. You are right. Yeah, things are supposed to be as they are. I agree with that, but there is chaos. Chaos is God. Change is I think all energy is ordered. Yes, maybe. Chaos is the unbridled waters, the mem, the shim, fire serpent cuts into the waters. Yeah. Let's go. Let's get crazy. Let's go nuts. Nice. I love that. Yes, that's a verse out of one of Prince's songs, right? Longitudinal. I'm not. You know, like a scalar field, a place in which there is potential for a tensor to create. You know, that's the the two things that I believe are like, it's like frequency and vibration. You know, you have to have a field in which, okay, it's the force in motion or loss of inertia. I guess that's the best way to put it. That's how I came to the conclusion that we are just like the magnetic field in our reincarnation cycle. We're in that wash machine of creation until we become free of that by understanding what that washing machine creation cycle is about, and how it intercedes, and how it involves the physical as well as the spiritual, the extreme opposites. You know, the squaring of the circle. The square in the circle is the infinite in the finite, the ineffable and man, the allspark. You know, the point at which where the triangles come together, the points, the caps. You know, the two minds meet, meld. You know, from the one comes the two, from the two comes the one, which is the three. And there would be no you or me if there was no three. Right? Neutrino refers to nucleus, the sun, aka the light. Intuition per ardua ad astra, or through adversary to the stars. That's what neutrino means. That shareable wave. Radiate out. Okay, what are you guys talking about? Sorry. The electromagnetics of it keep everything in their perfect spot, and they expand. And yeah, but everything isn't fixed. Everything is always in a state of change. Everything is always in a state of, and that is due to what you're just stating, that everything is in motion, but these everythings that are in motion crisscross and pass each other all the time, in the physical and in our existence. Right? And I think that's I get what you're saying, Max. The shareable wave. Hi, Steve. Hi, Mary Wins. How are you? Yes, change happens, but it still keeps order. Like, you know, like I think there's a recursive golden ratio. Yes, exactly. The precessional, the reciprocating precessional hyperboloid, the inverse of the toroid, is how we see things. We are on the inside looking out. Yes, I don't care. Is Max in here? Yeah, Max can come on here. I don't care. Well, why didn't you come on, Max? Come on, buddy. Have you read Ed Ledscalion's pamphlets on magnetism and electricity? Some of them I have. Yes, I have. A couple of them. I've studied his motor thing, or the thing he had that people say he moved the coral with, that you put some pants on. It's calm in the center. Yeah, I think that's what is the center of all things, is the heaven we all are in search of, the pleroma, the place in which we are at ease and rest with our existence. Now, right here is a good thing to let me keys to above and below. Know ye, O people amongst whom I walk, that I, Thoth, have all of the knowledge and all of the wisdom known to man since the ancient days. Keeper have I been of the secrets of the great race, holder of the key that leads into life. Bringer up have I been to ye, O my children, even from the darkness of ancient days. List ye now to the words of my wisdom. List ye now to the message I bring. Hear ye now the word I give thee, and ye shall be raised from the darkness to light. Okay? And it talks about how Thoth fanned the flame, and with the knowledge, ye as a child had not the knowledge that came to ye when ye became man. Compare ye the cycles to man in his journey from birth unto death, and see in the cycles below thee the child with knowledge he has. See ye yourself as a child grown older, advancing in knowledge as time passes on. See ye we also as the child grown to manhood with the knowledge and wisdom that came with the years. So also, O Thoth, are the cycles of consciousness. Children in different stages of growth, yet all from the one source, the wisdom, and all to the wisdom returning again. Through wisdom and understanding comes the reason. Are we the reason? Are we? The cycle below thee is not truly below, but only different in space and in time. The consciousness there is working and testing lesser things than those ye are. And know, just as ye are working on greater, so above ye are those who are also working as ye are on yet other laws. And it just goes and talks about the cycles, you know, the cycles within cycles. Hang on, we got some people here. Sorry. Oops. Here we go. Here we go. Who we got here? Maxie. What's up, Maxie?
You got Max. How's it going, everyone?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, how you doing, Steve?
Pretty good. Hang on a second. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, there you go. What's up, buddy? Wow, your light right there looks like the sun in the sky with the chemtrails behind it, over it. Does it not, folks? It looks just like it, don't it? Right.
Hi, John. Max says knock knock.
so what you got to say about no? Okay. What were you talking about now? You were saying that there's no chaos; it's all order.
Yeah, I don't believe in chaos theory at all. Like, I think that we see things as chaotic, but at their core, there is really no chaos. Everything keeps perfect order. Like, I don't mean that everything stays stationary or the same, but they do keep order. Like, the planets keep their positions. If another body came in, they would change positions probably and pick a new order. But that's what I mean by there is order in the universe completely.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, there's I think that's the inherent yin and yang of it all, or the push and pull, right? The tensor of the scalar field. It always has to equalize, otherwise it.
Yeah, magnetic electric, which really isn't duality. They're two parts of the same thing. The electric just flips to magnetic, flips back to electric, flips to magnetic. So it's the same thing. There's no real duality.
Well, there really is no electricity either. It's dielectric or static, and magnetism that makes electricity, right?
I'm not so sure about that, but I haven't looked into that.
Oh, sorry. No, I was just trying to be witty, I guess. It didn't work. Then asked I of the nine, O Lord, show me the path, give me the path to the wisdom, show me the way to the word. Answered me then the Lord of the nine, through order ye shall find the way. Saw ye not the word came from chaos? Yeah, saw ye not that light came from fire? Look in thine life for disorder, balance and order thy life. Quail all the chaos of emotions, and thou shalt have order in life. Order brought forth from chaos will bring thee the word of the source, will give thee the power of cycle over cycles, and make of thy soul a force that free will extend through all the ages, a perfected sun from the source. Yeah. So the chaos is actually probably our emotional state, or that is probably what creates the scalar field. If you really want to get down to the, if everything is within, dude, what do you think of that idea?
That's an interesting one, but
yeah.
Well, scalar energy is pretty, I don't know, it's a new thing, right? It used to be called, I thought it was called orgone energy before.
I think scalar field is actually the ether, but I mean the scalar is in reference to the newt, or the microwave background type radiation. Or radiation is actually the scalar, I think. You know what I mean? It's the scalar field is,
what they call scalar waves coming out of the pyramid.
Yeah, where they're tightly bound Hertz waves, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came out, almost looked like a double helix, like DNA.
Yes. Scalar is the field in which the current of our Shakti, orgone energy flows. Yes. Yeah, it's the environment in which the Shakti flows.
Would you consider that like the ether then?
Yeah, I would think so, right?
I would think so, yeah. That would be my thinking on that. Because the ether would be everywhere like God, if you want to cross teachings, right?
Right. Yes, and chaos is propagated by the chaotic for profit. I agree with that. I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because yep, the ether, but separate from the field that prana flows through. Prana is the pleroma, heaven, right? Heaven is all on itself, all on its own, right? Is that what you're talking about, Aaron? The prana?
Prana, yeah. Prana is the breath of life.
Oh, the life force. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that the same as the Brahma? Or are that's the two different?
Somebody want to chime in on Brahma there?
Yeah, I'm asking Aaron. He knows all this stuff.
I think Brahman has a multiple meaning. There's an age of Brahma. I know that.
Shakti is reproductive force. It's nice, Max. Put parts on so we could see his head. Must know this knowledge, though, yet they don't act like they do. No, Brahma is illumination. Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, now I understand.
Talk this with me. No,
What's Padma talking about?
Padma is asking.
Brahma is the division, the light. Maybe Brahma, if it's illumination, is illumination the same as the light though? I don't think so. I think, right? Illuminated is a
yeah. I have a hard time dividing things up because I think that's merely man's construct. I believe in a soup theory, like that everything's kind of the same stuff, but it's just kind of thicker and thinner in different areas.
Right. I think that what you're referring to is the same thing I call the scalar or the potentiality of the all, or the way I see it is that everything has to do with magnetism or static electricity, which is in essence the scalar field with a charge, and it can be manipulated in either way due to the input that the loss of inertia or the force in motion, right? That would cause creation in itself, and I think that's what we do.
Yeah. You know what we need is a concordance.
Yes.
For all these terms from cross teachings, so that when we start talking about something, people can cross-reference the terms.
Breath of life. Why is it so important? Why is the breath of life so important, guys? Illumination is enlightenment, wisdom gained. Yeah, that's what I mean by, the light is different from illumination. That's what I meant by that. Very good. Thank you, Yawa.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
And yeah, Danielle says that's a good idea. Fire, water, matter, etc., wouldn't exist in its little box. Fire and water are in the esoteric are pretty much the same.
Yeah, right, Toth. No energy is created nor destroyed. So scalar waves are everywhere. I don't know if we can create anything. We can transmute or change energy. But
I finally hear somebody talking like me. Thank you, Max. At risk, we disagree on a lot of things, but that's one thing we agree on, that I don't think we can just simply think stuff up and it becomes something.
Yeah.
We have to you have to think of something before you create something, obviously, because that thought becomes physical once you take physical steps to make it physical. But I don't think you could just think of something and it becomes. Now, that's not to say that there isn't power in words either, or spells or magic.
You don't think so?
Huh?
You don't think there's any power in that?
In what?
In spells or magic?
Oh yeah, I do.
Oh, okay.
I said I'm not. I don't mean that. I don't. I think there isn't. You know, I
Oh,
said a double negative there. I guess it was hard to follow, but
yeah,
yeah, I
yeah,
believe that there's. Yeah, I believe in magic.
yep,
Yeah. So I do. Because I've seen it. It's my environment. My environment has spoken to me at times in my life where if it hadn't, I would have died.
yeah,
Plain and
ex-
simple.
yep,
So, I know it's real. And I know I've always had this innate knowing that there's something reason why we're here, why I'm here. I mean, I always threw away why do I have to go to work every day?
yeah, yeah. I've been thinking about that one and how to change it.
Right. And I think we have to toil. And I think the more you toil, the more you suffer, the closer to God you become.
Yeah, I agree. I think that um, I think we could bring everybody's level of suffering up to like yours and mine. You know, that's what I would think the world should be. Like
Well,
I've
yeah, I
suffered
mean,
through my life.
I haven't suffered that much. I enjoy my life.
I had a tough childhood. So, but other than that, life's been pretty good. I think that would be wonderful for everyone. Maybe
Oh
you have
yeah,
a tough
yeah.
childhood, but after that, you make it out, you grow.
What if that striving and that struggling and that strife is actually the etheric, chaotic background? Because you think about it,
Well,
folks.
you can consider it like that, sure.
Yeah, you think about it. When you're in an auditorium or a sporting event and everybody's cheering, and you feel that electricity, you feel it. You
Hmm.
feel it. It's like when you're outside when there's lightning. You feel it. Your skin crawls. Your hair stands on end. When you hear a good song, you know, you feel it. We feel that.
Oops.
You know, there is
Yes.
no ands, ifs, or buts about it that we are energy due to the fact alone that our heart rate is readable on an EKG machine.
Yep. You need that electricity going through there to read it.
So what are these football stadiums, bread and circus events?
Oh yeah, they're totally
Why?
ceremony.
Where's all that energy going? Is that replenishing the environment, or is it?
Well, we did a remote view a few weeks ago. Toth was there, a few others in chat, and we were looking for the controllers of the Earth, and I think we found it or found them. We found that what we did was we started following in the chat the path of the control of money throughout the world. So money right now seems to be the controller.
Yes, money is the root of all evil. If one wants to consider they're an evil, and
Sure.
that's the negativity in our existence. But without the negativity, I mean, without the good, there'd be no bad. Without the bad, there'd be no good.
Sure. I kind of more look at it as balanced and unbalanced, but good and bad, sure. Positive, negative, good and evil. Yeah. See, things could be much more balanced for other people. That's kind of the point, you know.
Hmm.
Whereas I think they can grow just as, somebody starving in Africa doesn't need to starve in Africa to grow. They can go through the trials of life with food in their belly or whatever.
Right. You just snuck through South Dakota. What for, Danny?
It's yeah, money is actually more of just a tool. It is used in an unbalanced way at the moment, certainly.
Lust is the root of all evil. Nice. Look, the love of money is the root of all evil. I agree with that.
That would be a more accurate statement. Yeah.
The love of money, yeah. All vices are addiction, Aaron. Right. See, that's why I say that a place that you can say anything at, maybe a place I may not agree with, but at least we're heard, right? That's what I want my channel's motto to be from now on. It sounds a little short and sweet at the end there, but I mean, it's if we all provided that entertainment of exercise, meaning that if you entertain anybody else's input, just entertain it. You know, you don't have to agree with it. You don't even have to smile. You don't even have to say, I disagree, but I love you. You know,
all thoughts are valid.
Right. You just don't believe anything, guys. Don't believe anything.
Whether it's true or not, that's up to you to decide.
Belief is what gets our humanity in trouble.
Yeah, I've been railing against beliefs lately.
Yes, me too.
Because they seem to just get us in trouble, you know? As soon as you believe something, you have to be able to defend it, you know? Unless you just fluff it off and say, oh, it's okay, I believe something else, you know, in which case you really didn't believe what you were saying in the first place. So,
7 deadly sins, which are, can we name off the 7 deadly sins? I know one, gluttony. What's
sloth.
Another one?
We got sloth, greed,
Sloth.
envy.
Go ahead, repeat that again.
Greed, envy.
Greed, envy.
Sloth.
Laziness, is that laziness?
Yeah, sloth is laziness.
Laziness.
Gluttony.
Lust.
Did we do? Gluttony, lust.
And then there's one more.
Rage.
Anger. That's the 7 deadly sins.
Yep.
Now, those 7 deadly sins, what if those are the import and chaos that's spoken of?
Sure, that could be a form of chaos, but that's man's chaos. That's not God's.
Well, yeah, right. That's what I mean. But I mean, does that make us the lords of Arulu then? You know what I'm saying?
We're
in control of our reality. In actuality, we're not.
Lord in writings, any Lord, Master, King, it's us.
Yeah, right. Okay, so yeah, I wasn't aware of that. Really?
Yeah.
So Lord means us thinking we're in control?
We're all of them.
Nice. Very nice. So, yeah. Not gluten gremlins got me again. What's that? Gluten gremlins. Peace, love, and shuns. Greed, envy, sloth, lust, anger.
Yeah.
Dune quotes for good old Miles Tagg. Right. Dune. A rule you is self-imposed. A rule you self-imposed.
Oh, okay. Which rule, Mary?
Is that what Lord means?
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think that's what she means.
Could be. Yeah.
Fart's the 8th one, Department of Death. Nice name, by the way, Department of Death. I love it. So you are the progenitor of the Death Department. I love it. But think about that, guys. What are we most fearful of in this 3D creation? Maybe not us per se, but I mean before. I mean, I was, no pun intended, deathly afraid of death. And I mistakenly thought I should be fearful of God, when in actuality I should be fearful of my own thoughts. Just like Kennedy said, fear nothing but fear itself.
Fear the vengeance of the Lord, because you can be your own worst enemy. Right?
And is there any coincidence that there were 7 wonders of the world? Is there any coincidence there's 7 deadly sins, 7 days of the week? Is there any coincidence I had 7 wives? No, I'm just kidding. I only had one married once.
They used to do 7 planets. That used
7
to be
planets, right? I mean, right. Death traps, death depths. What do you mean by that? Religions? Well, I think religions. Hi, Angel. I'm glad I could see you and say hi. I miss you, sweetheart. If you can fear your own thoughts, you have the fear of God.
Right.
Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah.
No, this is System 7. System 7 on the 3rd floor, because we're in the 3D on the 3rd rock in the 3rd dimension as threefold beings. And each one of them folds, there's three aspects as well. So the 3 is rampant in our existence.
And
is it a coincidence that 3 is actually what is the product of the 1? That when you go through the rhythm or the houses of the 7 houses of the Lord. Yeah, how did I wrote this down and I thought it was pretty eloquent, but that's me. From the 1 comes the 2, from the 2 comes the 3, then creates the 3 becomes 5 out from the 7. Do you follow what that means? Do you know what that means in an esoteric language, I guess, Max?
There are so many different things I could apply those numbers to, though.
Yeah, but there's like from the 1 is the ineffable, the 2 is the separation of the waters or whatever, the chaos, into positive and negative polarity.
Negative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the rhythm, and then the cause and effect, and the gender, and yada yada yada.
Have you seen the work on light done by Mud Fossil University?
No, I haven't.
Okay. He's got a picture of light, freeze framed. What do you think it looks like? He's actually got different perspectives on it. He's got a picture of energy. He's got a picture of light. Do you know the checkered square floor of the Masonic temples? That's what light looks like as it's moving.
Like light, anti-light, or black?
It looks like 4 of the squares, and they alternate. Black, yeah, and that's what light looks like. That's why they have the checkered square floor. And you look at a piece of energy or one of the particles of waves of light, and it looks like a puddle. It just looks like a puddle of water with ripples in it.
Hello, Moto J. But yeah, once again, the 5 meaning manifestation, the 7 being the completion of manifestation.
Okay.
I think that the 5 is the ultimate goal of manifestation, meaning that the 5 is the 5th element, which is the diamond state of the carbon that we are. We have to become diamonds shining in a sea of clay, and that is through the 7. The 7
are usually considered ether. Okay, I see how you're doing that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So you're saying we become more like ether after we use the system of 7.
Yes, the 7 is what creates the 1, or no, the 1 is what creates the 7. But I mean, the 1 is what creates the 2. Out of the 1 comes the 2 when it's polarized. And then it's ordered, right? And then there's a rhythm to it.
Yeah. So I'm envisioning a torus field in my head right now.
Yes. Yeah, and that's essentially what I think we are on, and we are on that roller coaster of the toroid, dude. And in every aspect, in every The
infinite wave.
Yes.
And it goes from negative to positive, and it just keeps flipping. And that's
for if there is no division, there is no divine, in my opinion, because the friction of the division is what causes the creation itself. Okay. I mean, without the insemination of light, there would be, or without the darkness, the light would have nothing to exist in.
I always think the darkness is just light we can't see.
No, the darkness is close your eyes.
I don't have the perspective to see it.
Close your eyes. That's the darkness, dude.
I never get darkness. There's always something going on in there.
What's up, Free Press?
Maybe that's why I don't believe in darkness or chaos.
Brahma is the divine division. Yeah, I guess you could. Yeah, the Brahma is the light, the illumination. Yeah, I guess it is.
I like that fiery angel. Blue, red, and purple.
Came from darkness. Blue and red equals purple. Yes,
nice.
I dismissed the possibility of being manipulated through mere decoration. Right. I love that, 7. That's awesome.
All came from darkness is Free Press.
Sure. Like that. 23 is the real deal. You're still on that. Aaron's on that 23. I love it. Purple worn by royalty, not polarized, right?
What do people equate with 23?
Huh?
What do people equate with the 23?
The 23, 5, the number 5. I mean, 23 is a lot of things.
Yeah.
the tilt of the Earth, you know, all kinds of, or not the tilt of the Earth, but the
The ecliptic.
huh?
That's the ecliptic. It's
Yeah, the
20,
ecliptic, yeah.
23.5 degrees, but it changes. It goes,
Yes.
eventually we'll be down to no ecliptic and we'll have no seasons. It's shrinking.
There's nobody on Earth that explored it more than Aaron. I believe you, buddy. I don't question that at all. It's like me and my threes. 23.5 degree tilt, right.
Yeah. Five means
Five means Pentecost.
yeah.
Pentecost means oh, so that's what the Pentecostal church is about? Isn't there a Pentecostal church?
Yeah. I've been to a Pentecostal church before.
Yes. Mine's been the 333 thing, yes. I think William Burroughs wrote a book on number 23 and how often it turns up. Yeah, it turns up everywhere. Panties. Are you talking about a panty raid? There's 33 in the chat right now. Yeah, nice. Thanks, MCF.
The Holy Day Pentecost, yeah.
All right. Right. Yeah, guys, but it's been an hour and a half now, hasn't it? Hour and 45 minutes. Yeah, you know, just bought a car, got home, and the license is 2332. Old truck license is 23. Get this, my license plate right now on my truck is 222. You know, and I'm a 333 kind of guy. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you have anything on your mind there, Max, that you want to get off your chest or set me straight on?
No.
No, feel free to do so, man. I'm here.
Oh, you'd have to say something first.
Well, there's no problem with that. I am always saying something.
I can always play devil's advocate. That's always fun.
Right. Free Press says, when you balance the plus and the minus within, duality falls away. Yes, and I think that's what our ultimate
you have to
do is to marry the positive and the negative, or to transmute the negative to positive. And
yeah, that's what the Bible almost every story in the Bible talks about, balancing the positive and negative of your brain and getting the Christ to rise in you. And every fairy tale and all the ancient Norse and everybody, they all talk about raising your consciousness with the pineal.
Right. Yeah, and it even states in a couple different verses about the pineal, right? And going to the place where the place of the pineal, right?
Yep. And the other verses, when they talk about other things, are all trying to teach you how to overcome things to raise your consciousness and get the pineal glowing, you know?
Yes, and it's quite interesting when you think about how the numbers interplay with our reality, and our environment speaks to us, people. You just got to pay attention.
Yeah.
Oh, and whenever possible, you got to try to sun gaze. What do you think of sun gazing, Max?
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Love it. Yes. It's part of my practice.
And when you can, and it's getting harder and harder to do, is it not because of the chemtrails?
Actually, they've been nice to me. They just cover up the afternoon sun on us. I saw a planet 8 years ago in the sky at about this time of year, but it was late afternoon. So they cover up our skies late afternoon.
You've seen a planet, huh?
Yeah. I know you've been talking about Nibiru. I don't know if it's Nibiru or not.
Right. No, I thought I seen a lot of things in the sky too, but you know.
Yeah.
Even if we had proof, who would believe it anyway? You know.
Yeah.
You could film it plain as day, and everybody would just scoff at it. And
there's plenty of images out there of it. Big long tail on it, you know.
Right. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna say goodnight and thank you. What's up, our Nuggets? Where you been, brother?
One more thing.
What's up?
Go to my channel, look up Tracking Your Christos, learn when your pineal secretion will happen.
There you go.
That might help some of you help enlighten.
Yeah, that's it. Max, remote view this. Max Vision remote view this, right?
Am I in chat as me? No, I'm not in chat. Oh yeah, I am. Okay. There, I'll say hi.
What did you just say? I'm confused, Max.
Just checking whether I was in chat on my other phone.
Oh, you were talking out loud to yourself. I got you.
Yeah, I
Oh,
wasn't
because
sure.
I just asked, is that your name? And you said no. It's Max Review.
No, my
Say your
name's
name, your
John.
full name to your channel, brother.
My name is Max Vision Remote View Class. That's
There
what.
you go. He's got another long name. This is the place where the long names combine, guys. Yeah, slightly slanted sleuth for the truth, and we got
Yeah, we don't do no short forms.
right. But hey, guys, thank you very much. Much love, peace, and chicken grease to you all. 7 rotate combines becomes Z, aka Oz, the Wizard of Oz. Behind the curtain, right? Love you guys.
Love y'all.
Need love to create the mixture. Yeah, we do. Thank you. All right, Max. Take it easy, brother.
Cheers, bro.
Thanks for joining me, Brian.
You're welcome.